Explain how freight works with firearms. You have a forwarder that is local here to Brisbane, sits generally at the airport. They have a warehouse there. They contact a shipper in Turkey who physically picks the firearms up from the manufacturer, then drives them to the airport. It gets onto an Emirates passenger plane. It flies over here, gets unloaded, goes through the customs process, and then gets released to us with obviously a bunch of paperwork, as you can imagine. Where we have difficulties is that the company that we've been using for years, the critical staff are currently on leave and the stand-in staff have no idea about nothing. So they weren't able to get the firearms onto the Emirates flight and saying they're not allowed on an Emirates flight, which is just not true. They're making a mistake or they're not getting the right information. Either way, they can't help us or couldn't help us, so we had to find a new freight company. We're now using one that supplies all the big fellas. So they know a lot more, and the first thing they said, hey, yeah, we're gonna get it on an Emirates flight and we're gonna have it here in no time. So we booked in the Emirates flights and everything was going well. They were meant to lift off yesterday, the 17th, and they were gonna arrive on the 20th, get customs cleared by the 24th, and Merry Christmas, everybody, or a lot of people would have gotten Chimeras for Christmas, which would have been amazing. However, it turns out that Emirates have changed their policies in regards to what's called a known shipper. What does it mean? The freight forwarder has to know and would have to had business relationships with the shipper in the past before the 4th of September. Now in our case, because we're going to a new company and that new company is building new relationships with a new shipper that is local to that village where we are picking up the firearms, that relationship hasn't existed before the 7th of September. So even though they are a major ammunition, artillery shells, firearms shipping company, they can't get it because they don't have a relationship with the little guy that picks up the firearms in his little truck. Now, at the moment, the only way, and this is what we're doing now, is Selig Arms is using their shipper that have had a relationship in order to get the firearms shipped. So that whole disaster has cost us about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks at worst. So my expectation is that I will have a flight date in the next 24 hours, which probably is about 4 or 5 days, so just roughly around Christmas. And then it'll arrive, gets cleared by customs. I would be disappointed if I don't have them all cleared and sent out by the 6th of January. So that's where we're at the moment. So again, my apologies for the delay. We are certainly doing whatever we can in our power to get these firearms over. And yeah, we're very close and I can't wait. I literally can't wait for the torture test and the accuracy test once they're here. Last but not least, the Eureka. Well, the torture test is tomorrow, and by the time you watch this video, you probably already would have seen the Eureka torture test. If you haven't, just have a look at our channel. You'll find it there. Again, guys, thank you very much. Talk soon.